developing, I guess, the slider a little bit more.
Right.
Really a thinking man's pitcher. When I talked to him just at the start of camp, he talked about the fact that he could be either starter or reliever. I know he's, battling
Right.
for one of those
Sure.
jobs. But the fact that this guy is willing to do whichever. I mean, have you guys had that discussion?
No, we haven't. I think, we talked to all our players during the course of spring and, some expectations and goals. But, with Chad, it's pretty, straightforward. He's been here for a while. We know what, his ambitions are and his expectations, for himself as it relates to the team. But, we feel we got a big league pitcher with Chad. And, we feel good about Chad in a lot of ways, no matter when he takes the ball and when he pitches. But, he sees himself as a starting pitcher, which is what I want him to see himself as. And, if you look back, he did great work the first month of the season for us. He pitched really, really well. And then, unfortunately, we started running into all the blister issues that, it really came out of nowhere. And we really couldn't get a handle on it all year, and that was really frustrating for Chad. But as the season went on, we got a little bit of a grip on it. But, it was frustrating in that end for Chad, because even when he did feel good, there seemed to be points in the latter part of games where it started to fire up a little bit on him and a hot spot would occur. But, he's a good pitcher, and he helps us win. He helps the team win.
And it seemed like somewhere along the line that cutter morphed a little bit more into a slider, and he wanted to develop that pitch. What do you see out of that?
Well, I think I think he's going to, I wouldn't say totally shelve the slider, but the fastball is going to act more like a, the pitch that he can get to both sides of the plate, both a two-seam fastball with some action to it, a four-seam fastball that he keeps a little straighter and firmer, and the slider, which will, act as a, no, I wouldn't say his primary breaking pitch, but as a more traditional slider, and his change, which is arguably maybe his best pitch. So he's got weapons.
Again, young pitcher. I don't believe we've asked you about him. He's on the horizon.
Peter Lambert.
Yes. Good fastball for a young pitcher, correct? Good fastball and changeup for a young pitcher.
Yeah, Patrick, who doesn't have a good fastball these days, right?
Changeup for a young pitcher.
Yeah, I think that the thing that impresses me about Peter is, his field of pitch for a young pitcher. He's not a thrower like you see with a lot of younger players with good arms. He truly has a plan. I think he knows himself. He knows his stuff, and that's really, really great for a guy his age. And he was a high school sign. He's been developed well, but I think a lot of that is his doing and what he's all about as a pitcher and a player and a person. He's got a lot of great pitching qualities to go with a good arm. It's a package of pitches that's going to play in the big leagues. Now he still needs a few things to be finished off, but his arsenal is solid. Fastball. He's got a curve. He's got a good change. I think he commands the fastball. His fastball's got life to it. He's working on a little bit of a slider to add to become his fourth pitch, but he's a good one. He's a good one.
So what's the next step in growth for him?
Just to keep pitching. Get to AAA and again, he's been durable in his career. He had a great year last year in Hartford, went to AAA. There was a little bit of struggle there, but I think he learned from that. But he's just, refining his game, and then performing, right? There's something about performance in this game that is important, right?
Yeah.
Somebody told me once. It's sort of a performance-based game, and that, if you can imagine this, sort of determines a player's fate.
Every day's a test.
Every day's a test.
And
Yeah.
With him, when you're talking the game,
Right.
kind of talking strategies, do you see a guy that maybe is a little bit advanced beyond what you would think a guy.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, the conversations with him. I mean, I really like. He's got a really good head on his shoulders, and I like the poise. You know, I've seen it in spring training games. I've just seen it in workouts. You know how he converses with all of us, and yeah, it's really great.
I took so much out of our conversation yesterday, like well diggers bottom and stuff like that. But you mentioned that Murph talks baseball well.
Yes.
What's it? What's
Well,
what's the benefit of that?
here's the thing. I mean, I've heard this from our hitting guys. I've heard it from others. I mean, I haven't, you know, because I'm sort of bouncing around here, right? But I'm hearing that, you know, around the cage, you know, just, you know, it's insightful.
Mhm.
It comes from a place of credibility, and I think his delivery, from what I'm hearing, is such where players, you know, sort of like that how he's talking, you know. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and you know, our conversations have been, we haven't had, you know, a ton of, you know, really profound or long conversations, but you know, this guy likes baseball, and this guy's into playing. This guy's you know, quickly immersing himself with the guys in the team and doing some things. So that's good. But I mean, it's